Hi there, and thank you so much for taking the time to do this interview. How are you doing? How has the summer been for you?
I'm doing good, really good, and yes, everything's cool so far. I have like a I had a really quiet summer, so it's been really interesting and easy. So
Yeah. Well, I guess you have been kind of preparing for the release. Your new record, Amen, is set to release really, really soon. So, how are you feeling about the upcoming release?
um, I mean, we are slightly but surely getting involved to the preparation of the tour. And we are also doing some promotion, some interview right now. And but we're a little bit busy about the tour. The tour was coming up in October, doing all the preparation and the brainstorming and everything that's around the release of the album. So it's going to we are going to be a little bit more busy,
Yeah.
but it's really exciting.
Yeah. Well, it's been also 5 years since Igor has released any new music. So, I think Spirituality and Distortion was released at the beginning of the pandemic, if I remember.
Yes.
And meanwhile, you've also had a lineup change. You joined the band in 21. So, was that why it took a few years to get this record finished?
Yes, I think so. I think that the band had to process all the pandemic things. It was really difficult. I think so to have an album released during the pandemic. It was not before or after, but it was really during the pandemic. So we had to reschedule all the tours, and there were plenty of tours planned. So uh, we had to really focus on every problems one after the other. So first that was to reschedule the tour. Also, a few members quit the band, and we had some changes. So we had to deal with that. And after that, yes, that was like we had like few years of intense touring and also during that time, Gauthier took some time to create the new album. So it took some time between the tours and stuff like this to do something really to do it properly, if I can say so.
Yeah. Well, I'm guessing usually it's kind of the other way around that when you join a band, most of the time it's first the record and then the tour. So has it been nice to be able to, get to know the band better on a personal level while touring with them and then go into recording an album?
Yes, that was really interesting to do it that way because we had to know each other to get to see if we could get along with everyone. And I mean, there were already some guys. I mean, Martin, the guitar player, and Sylvain, the ancient drummer, was playing with Igor since few years now. But for me, especially, I really discovered the band as a touring member. And I think that time and all the touring experience we had during the first few years really built up the way of every person can get along and can work all together. And we had like all this talk about music in general that really drive the essence of the also the album. So I think we during that touring time we had the opportunity to really know each other better and to really know how to deal and communicate to work on the new album.
Yeah, well, I know that, well, everybody knows that Gautier has quite a very varied taste. So for you
Mhm.
personally, does it sort of, do you listen to the same things as he does, or do you listen to something completely else?
uh, to be fairly honest, we have a lot of bands in common, but some bands and musical tastes that are in a way connected to Igor. For example, we are big fans of Radiohead, me and me and me and him. We are also really fans of Jeff Buckley and stuff like this. Muse, for example. So that's not the band that you are picking up when you are thinking about Igor, but there is some elements that you can sometimes feel about it. In terms of extreme music, also we are really connected with all the Cannibal Corpse, Mayhem album, and everything that comes to extreme music. We are really on the same point, on the same page. So yes, I mean, and even in some in the electronic music in general, I have my taste. He has his own taste. I mean, maybe he's listening more extreme electronic music than I. But since we are working together, I mean, I also have discovered a lot of new stuff, which is really also interesting. So yes,
Yeah.
then we have some common taste.
Do you feel like singing for this band, you have to be kind of open-minded about music in general?
Yes, yes. I think otherwise you cannot really do it. That was my main concern when I joined the band at the first point. That my first question was, "Do you think I am the right person to hire?" And he was really confident about it. Me, I was like maybe more skeptical at the first during the few months, but I really thought about it, and then when we agreed to work together, everything went great.
Well, Igor also started as Gautier's solo project, but it's mentioned in the press release, and I noticed also on the website that it feels more like a full band right now. So, how did that change anything in the songwriting process? Like, did you have an input as well?
Mm, I think it was like it's a long process since the beginning of the bands. Uh, I do think that uh, in every album is slightly opening up the musical texture and the musical influence, and also is bringing more other people from the official member, all the also in all the collaboration with all the other musicians that it can hire from to play the instrument that are in the album. So I think it is more open. So you have to really deal with it to know what is your place, what you can bring, and also to know the boundaries and to also work for the project and also for him to empowering his own vision. That's how I see it. So if you really know what place you have, I think the thing could be really easy. And also, I do think I don't know if it's on purpose, but since I have joined the band at the beginning of the tour, he was creating music while we were on tour. I mean, a part of the touring. So I do think that maybe my vibe maybe inspire him to write some more extreme and dark stuff that are the thing that I listen the most in the metal music. So maybe the fact that I joined the band inspired him, but I do think that he created some stuff
Yeah.
for my voice. I
Yeah.
I am positive about that.
It's been quite interesting to follow the process somehow because you've been posting, the little social media videos, and I saw a clip of how Infestus was recorded and where you are singing. And unlike many bands in the studio, it feels like you throw your whole body into it as well. So it looked very intense, but is that something you do with every song, or is that something, that just is a natural thing
Um,
for you?
Um, yes, I try to give everything that I had in every recording session. So with Gauthier, for example, it didn't took us that much time to record every songs because we didn't live we live pretty close to each other, so we can work together and do a really decent pre-production before the real recording happened. But yes, the main goal is to give everything and capture this really energetic vibe to the final product and the album. So, and that's the way I also sing. I don't think that I'm particularly really talented as a technician, but the strength and the power that I give to when I'm singing and screaming, it's maybe more. It's the way I am and the way I like to sing.
Now, of course, fans know that the lyrics of the songs are made up, so there's no meaning. And Gauthier has also described that he wants to avoid any intellectual meaning of the music, and that the voice is an instrument to him and such. But as a singer, how do you go about this? Is it like difficult to interpret the lyrics and the emotions that you need to put in, or?
That's a really interesting point because that's the first time that I have to work like this. So for me, as you can see, it's really important the energy that you put in the songs and the meaning that's behind. It's really driving how the performance could get recorded. So for what we did on the recording process and even on the writing process is that we took some time to really discuss about the songs and what he really had in mind. So first of all, that helped me a lot to see what kind of type of voice I will use for the songs, and also is really seeing stuff and music as color. So we try to adapt a common language to talk to each other, and so since then we really talked a lot about the songs or we see that the songs that he wanted to in this mind. And then after it was really easy to write some stuff and to have like a good balance between the texture and also the rhythmic part and how it can groove and stuff like this. So even if there is no proper lyrics, there is a sense behind this, which is maybe more important.
I feel like some of the songs might be also more personal for him, like ADHD, for instance, but do you need to know a person very well in this case? Like, do you need to, be very good friends to give the right feeling?
I think it's there's certain songs that he really wrote by himself. Like for example, ADHD was a song that he completely did on his own. But for example, Infestis was a song that I was really involved in, about the sense of the songs of the song, and also we had like a really long chat about my perception of that track and the music and the meaning that I really wanted to put in, and also this kind of dialogue between my part and the opera singing part, and what was the meaning of this can I say, aller-retour, go and back, and that's for me it's like a dialogue, and so I was really interesting to put some meaning into that.
Did you also discover any new vocal techniques or things that you haven't done before that you did maybe during this album?
Kind of. That was more pushing my boundaries to 200% because it's really demanding technically, to record stuff like this, and there is some part that I didn't know I will be able to do it. And so we tried, and finally we did it. So that was more on that part. I think I really improved myself as a singer with this experience in the writing process, but also in the execution.
Is there a specific song that you had a lot of issues with, or?
Maybe the songs. There's these songs Headbutt at the end that was really really tricky in terms of intensity and also techniques and speed and everything. And also, what songs that was really hard? I think yeah, but maybe Mustard Mukus was really challenging. But that's the two songs that I have in mind.
Yeah. Yeah, that's funny because Headbutt was maybe also on my mind when you mentioned that. So, but because
Okay.
it's a very cool song as well. Um, so the album also features musicians like Scott Ian and Trace Pruns. How does it feel to have such legendary people involved in this project? And did you get to meet them?
Yes, I mean we had the chance to meet them while we were on tour. The a year ago, and I think it comes really naturally. The thing that is great is like we didn't force them. I mean, you cannot force anyone to be on an album, but that was really easy. They are fans of the band, which is really cool, and so we never really thought that would be possible to have such a guest like this. So we are really, we feel really humbled about it, and the fact that they were like super enthusiastic about the featuring and they did something really cool. So we are, yeah, we are more than grateful about that.
Yeah.
And they have been really supportive. Both Trey and Scott say they really praised the record, and they really give us a really good feedback. So it's really cool for the confidence for the confidence
Yeah.
for the release.
I also watched this video, for instance, where you're not you, but Gautier and some other folks are making like a gong. Um, are you somehow involved in those crazy ideas as well? And when he brings up an idea like that, what's
I'm
usually your
more
reaction?
I'm more the type of guy that will say, "Come on, Gauthier, not again." But I mean, I cannot say anything. It's like he always gets this crazy idea, so we try to help him at least to to make it happen. But no, in this case, it was like really once one time he told me, "Yes, I really want to make a gong with like a big." I don't know. I really don't know the English name of this, but I was like, okay, do it. If you want to do it, do it. And he did it. So that's generally when he had something in mind, it's generally it's happening after all.
Mm. Does it like when you are in a band with someone who's so creative and comes up with this crazy kind of things, does that also make that you come up with other crazy things to do?
Um, that's interesting. No, because I don't think that's part of my personality. So I'm more like a bit a bit surprised every time he came up with something like this. I'm like, come on. But it's funny in a way. I'm maybe a little bit more serious when it comes to music and stuff like this. But I'm always surprised, and that's always crazy and funny to see.
When you because I'm assuming that when he goes out and he hears a cool sound of something that's making a cool sound, he might like collect it. But is that something that you do as well for him?
Yes, that's that kind of person. When sometimes you hear something like that's interesting, it's gonna you're gonna bring a microphone and try to sample. I am more into sampling music that I like. For example, so I'm always on how can I say in an observation of my ear. I always open to hear some stuff and some music. So I'm always listening music and in a process to discover new stuff. So that's more my path
Mm.
on the creative process. Then I'm more into music than sounds.
Yeah.
That's
Now, at the beginning, you mentioned that you have some tours coming up and that you are preparing for them already. So, how are you looking forward to the, I think, two tours you have planned now?
It's gonna. I do think it's gonna be a big steps for the band and also for us because that's the first album that we are. It's the first album we created together, so it's gonna be a new song that we're gonna perform. So to present those songs live was gonna be really exciting. It's gonna. Uh, I'm sure it's gonna be cool because we really thought about those songs like okay oh these songs can really be in live. So pretty excited about this, and also we have like a ton of work to do it to really perform the songs correctly. So it's gonna take some times, but I'm sure it's gonna be cool. And the fact that we have like two separate tour, one in October, one in February, I think it's a good idea for everyone to don't have like a big run. So yes, I hope that the people will came and enjoy. That's
Yeah. Do you have any songs that you're looking forward to play live from this new record?
mm, yeah. Infestis is one of the songs that I'm really looking forward to play. The songs also the song Demoni also. It's also part of my favorite song of the album. So and maybe some surprise. So we are still figuring out what songs we're gonna perform. So we are discussing about it actually.
Yeah. What about the like production? Are you trying to make the show a bit different than the previous headlining tours you've had? Like, are you
Yes.
trying to up that game as well?
Yeah. Yes. That's the plan. But we have to be really careful about what we are doing because try to evolve, but not too much because in terms of investment, it's we have to be careful about all this kind of stuff. But for sure, it's going to be bigger and strange also. So yeah, I think it's going to be surprising.
Yeah, well, I'm looking forward to that. Anyway, I think that's pretty much it for my questions. Do you have any last thoughts you want to share with your fans?
But I hope we're gonna enjoy the album and comes to the show in Finland. You're
Yeah.
right. Yeah. So I do remember that the show we played in Finland in Helsinki was part of the best of the tour. We really loved the vibe and the crowd. So yes, I hope we're gonna have some fun when we're gonna play back in Finland.